As you can see, um, I've got lots of squirrels in my backyard, and I've had to um, catch a few just to keep the numbers at a reasonable level. Otherwise, they chew up my pool cushions to make bedding, you know, and get in the house, and they're just a mess. Anyway, I bought this Cinnabot 25 that I use to fly around and scare them. And I don't know, it really doesn't scare them that much. It seems like, they're pretty brave, I think. Anyway, I guess they know I don't have anything that bites. I don't know, but anyway, I've had a lot of fun chasing them out of the yard and chasing them into the neighbor's yard, and just seeing how close they'll let me come to them. You know, I'm going to. I'll show you a little later. I'm trying to make a little uh, squirt gun to go on my drone that I could squirt vinegar at them and make them even more appreciate the fact that they shouldn't be in my yard. They can be in my neighbor's yard, but I just don't want them in my yard. Um, so this guy's just teasing me, keeping the tree as they do. I remember hunting squirrels as a kid. They did a good job of just showing a little bit of their body, and they're always on the other side of the tree, so it's hard to get that shot, you know, because you're looking straight up anyway, and then all you can see is their little bit of their noggin. This guy's pretty athletic. He's there. He is, my buddy. So sometimes I see a squirrel in the yard, and I go out and chase him. And sometimes I just go hunting. I just go fly around. Sometimes I fly around slow. Sometimes I go fly around real fast, trying to sneak up on them. When they get up in these trees, I can go around the tree pretty safely, but it's hard to go vertical, so you got to kind of come out away from it, look at your branches, and then come fly back into it when you're trying to chase him, because otherwise you can't see it. Well, I can only see what's in front of me. So backing up, going left, right, or down, up, that's catastrophic. Well, not really. It just bumps or it gets caught in the tree. I've never gotten caught, but I've bumped the tree and fallen out a few times. You know. So, but we keep trying to. It's fun to see if you can find them. The video quality is so good that before, when I was doing this, I had such poor quality that it really, it's just hard to see anything with the analog video. But this new 4K and the new goggles too from DJI, it's the first DJI thing I've ever bought. Everything else I've made from scratch. I built up this drone from scratch. But I put in the DJI 03 video in it. So he must have run over there. Now I got a bird feeder. It's squirrel proof, and it works really well. But they know there's food in there, and every morning they're over there trying to figure out how to get inside that thing. They're pretty tenacious, and they'll hang around, and a lot of times what they do is they eat the seeds that the birds knock out onto the ground. Birds are picky. They'll eat certain seeds, and then the others they just knock them out onto the ground. So the squirrels always seem to come over and clean that mess up. I bumped the tree there a little bit. Anyway, what started my big vendetta against them is we have an owl in an owl house out here we call Hootie, and the squirrels got into it and ran him off, which kind of ticked us off. So I'm kind of aggravating these guys. I'll show you the owl house here, the original one with a squirrel coming out of it, and then I'll show you the Tin Man that I made. It's a inverted bucket lined with wood, and it has a tin cap. And the idea being that they can't hold on to it, so they'll slide off and won't be able to get in it. You know, or at least if they did get in it, they have to have a big jump to get out of it. You know. So anyway, I guess I've harassed this guy enough. We'll go find somebody else to pick on. You know. There's lots of squirrels to pick on. If it wasn't for trees, they'd be in trouble. You know, you can imagine how the Russian soldiers feel when the Ukrainians coming after them with a drone, because if you're out in the open, they got you. You're a goner. You know, this is my squirter. It's a little piece of surgical tubing and a little device that turns the water on and off. And I'll show you squirting here, where I'm a couple of my different tests. There's got a pretty good stream, and that's shooting a good 10, 15 feet. And you know, it's controllable. You know, on the Cinelog 25, it's controllable. This is the Cinelog 20, and it I don't know. It's just not, when it's squirting, it's kind of a pain to fly. You know, it loses you know, 25% of its weight in a few seconds, so it wants to climb, and you can see that here when I shoot it over the pool. I mean, you know, it immediately is going up on me. You know, so anyway, you see some of these screens I've got digital display and some I don't. I've had a bad disc in one of them that records without this information, and I wasn't paying any attention, so I was able to get the video off of. This is a goggle video. You also have video from the drone, which is the best video. But I don't know, I didn't have a good SD card in. So anyway. We're still out here hunting. I like this corner of the yard. I thought about making something that would that would shoot chalk, but I haven't figured out how. You know, you could shoot powdered chalk just for the fun of it, but I haven't figured out how to do that without making it go bang. I don't want people to think I got a drone with a gun in it. So I just, see, when he goes up like that, he goofs me up. I can't go up, so I got to back out or fly through, and I'll fly through here and then turn around and more than likely give up. Anyway, yeah. Sometimes I do one high-speed pass around the yard looking for squirrels to catch them by surprise, you know. So this is what I'm doing here. I kind of buzz around the backyard, and then I come around the front, sneak around the corner, and they don't know I'm coming. See, I caught this guy here by surprise, you know. He's already changing trees on me. Amazing how they can hold on to that tree facing upright or down, or head down, and they don't seem to make any difference to them. They seem to be able to grab that tree just as well. Sometimes when I play these back, I'm wondering what was I looking at, and then I look at it real hard, and then realize, yeah, there I was chasing something. You know, you just get hidden in there so darn well you don't see them. I don't like these trees with the lots of little branches on them. They're hard to they're hard to get in and aggravate him. You know, I can back away and see he's there, but anyway. Oh, there's a guy. Yeah. I can usually kind of tail him around for 30 seconds or a minute before he gets himself. What a lot of times he does, he'll get me on one side of the tree and then he jumps and runs away. So I'm looking for him and he's at the neighbor's house by then. So I gotta, I finally learned after a little bit just to give up, move on. So anyway, I might, I don't know if I think I'm gonna fly over, and I always fly over and look in the new owl house and see if anything sticks their nose out when I come in and buzz it. I get in real close and make a little noise, and if there's something in there, they'll come stick their head and say, "What is that?" But nope, nobody there. So anyway, shouldn't be anybody there other than maybe an owl or a bird. But, for some reason, generally regular birds don't seem to build in a nest like that, but the owls come back every year. So, well, when I'm done, I take a little tour of the skylight and then come home and call it a day. But, there's never a day that I can't go out and chase a squirrel. It's my full-time job in retirement. Anyway, thanks for watching.